Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Admiral Cisco right back at you. I waited to do this video. Back in October last year, Scary Cassidy was scheduled to have a guest come on to her show, and he canceled. So the show turned into a Q&A. And it was maybe about an hour, maybe a little over an hour long. And in that Q&A, Scary Cassidy mentioned 2 different times about the Netflix hit series, show called Raising Dion. Now, Raising Dion is based on a comic book that came out maybe about, I want to say, between 5 and 7 years ago, maybe a little bit longer or shorter. I can't remember what. Carrie offered her opinion about the series. What's going on with black people and black extraterrestrials